What up, my fellow subscribers, and welcome to the best and worst moments of one of the most best Nickelodeon shows ever, Danny Phantom. As you can see on my profile picture, of course, is my mascot from the show. So, yeah, I can't wait to do this. So, as soon as my friends join in, let's get started. But you make sure you read the rules and description, they're very important. If you don't read these and respect them, you'll be banned or kicked out. So make sure you read them. What the? Whoa. Oh, hello, Poggy JJ3. And hello, Shane O. Welcome, Fresh.
Hey, and even though you did do a great episode and stuff, like you do know that the anniversary for my episode is just next Saturday. Like, why'd you do it so early?
What do you mean?
Like, why'd you put out the episode so early? Like, you had enough time and stuff. You could
I
just
know, but I wanted to do it because I waited for so long. I just got excited.
oh, okay, I understand.
Yeah, and let's put in the other guests. Hello, Blitz, and hello, Galaxy. How you all doing?
Hello.
How are you guys doing today?
Good.
All right. That's cool to hear, bros. And a nice profile picture, but
Thank you. That's kind of why I put the dynamite emoji in Instagram.
oh, I see. And I forgot which episode that is, but I recognize that picture.
It's micro management.
Right. Where Danny and
Dash.
thank you, Dash got shrunk by his dad's shrink ray.
hmm
So yes, I'm really excited for this. It's gonna be awesome. And before I start, today at church, I was spoken for some shocking news. So after service, before we were dismissed and left, my pastor asked his wife to come up stage, and he just announced that he's gonna expect his fifth baby.
Oh,
That's nice.
great.
Yeah, I was so excited. I kept shouting, holy crap. And we're good friends, so
Mm.
yeah, that was the best news I heard all day. So without further delay, let's do this with the very first episode, Mystery Meat. Not meant. God dang it, stupid. You know when you type, there's like these bars that appear up above the typing thing, and you have to select the words.
Yeah.
Yeah, that happens sometimes. So
All right. Mystery meat. Okay,
yeah,
so
so
this
very first.
episode,
Yeah, you
this
go
is
ahead,
the
explain it.
oh yeah, so this is the first episode of Danny and Phantom. So in the episode, we're basically like getting introduced to Danny and his friends, and Danny's like, it's been like a few weeks since like the incident happened with him being a ghost and all, but he's still like developing here and there. And then of course there's mistakes where he's like, I remember this one scene like he was trying to eat with his spoon and it just went inside his stomach for some reason.
Oh dang, yeah, and it, there's also an incident where like he was in the middle of the hall and he just started facing through the floor.
Yeah, and it's really, really difficult for him, especially with his new ghost powers. Okay, and of course now we have Sam and Tucker, his friends, right? Now they're having this whole debate about um, like meat lovers and vegetarians, like which one goes which. And Danny has like supposed to like choose a side, but both being different and all that. Then we get introduced to the villain, the lunch lady ghost, who at the time was voiced by Patricia Heaton, who you may know as Deborah from Everybody Loves Raymond.
That's right. Which was shocking to know about that. Her voice role. That's pretty impressive.
That's actually like one of the main reasons Butch Hartman put her in the show in the first place, because he did watch Everybody Loves Raymond.
Oh, well, that explains a lot then.
Connection.
Yeah, of course, we get introduced to her, and now she wants to make all kinds of meats. Which Tucker, he's getting getting really excited until she turns into this whole meat monster and all that. It's not very good. And
Yeah.
yeah, but overall, at the end of the episode, of course, she's get captured and all that, and of course, we have to deal with Danny's family because they're doing this here and there, saying ghosts here. But for the first episode, it wasn't that bad.
Yeah, and the lunch lady, she has a distinct personality. Like, she has a special power to control food, and she's like, first I saw you like, would you like some chicken wing or something? And it's like, nah, I'm good. And like, "Hey, you eat my food and stuff. That's not what her personality is.
Well, yeah.
So she's basically a Karen in some way.
Not
Well,
really. She's just crazy. Okay.
well,
Yeah,
she is crazy. She just cares about the meats, even asking about changing the menu here and there. She did really get pissed about that.
yeah. And let me write down the next one. And then,
So yeah, it was such a pleasure and introduction for me because, well, at first it seemed like pretty nice, and I stuck around, and I'm sure glad that I did.
Yeah.
the next one is the debut of my mascot, Attack of the Killer Garage Sale,
You want to explain this?
of course. So in this one, Jazz is tutoring Dash. Jazz is Jenny's sister, by the way, and Dash is the bully. On the special project. To say I cannot pronounce the one, but Dash is more in awe of her than her studies. When Danny enters the kitchen where they're studying, Dash immediately starts picking on him, punching the scared boy go down the lab. Afterwards, Dash invites Jazz at his party where he's hosting, but he only agrees on the one condition Danny can come as well. In the lab, Jack shows Danny his newest invention, the Phantom Ghost Weasel, a vacuum of some sorts, which is powerful suction sucks up various papers, and finally the Phantom Furnace, which ends up launched into the nozzle. Jack heads upstairs, get the unclogger, while Danny suggests putting in the reverse, and heads to Ghostwriter, unleashing the ghost villain of the episode, Technus, or Nikolai Technus, whatever you want to call him. Going ghost, Danny accidentally plants the idea world domination into his head, causing the two to fight. First, Danny attacks, but Technus repulses him with his electro staff. Danny succeeds by sucking him inside the weasel, which then overloads, spraying ectoplasm goo all over the entire lab. Danny and his friends are at a restaurant called Nasty Burger, and Sam suggests a trip to an amusement park on the weekend. Tucker refuses, saying it's too far expensive. I can relate. Sam offers to loan him some money, but he refuses. All the while, Danny eyes Dash inviting others to his party, including Paulina, which is his love interest. I'll explain in an episode. Danny, however, is shocked when Dash invites him, fulfilling Jazz's request. Immediately after receiving the invite, Danny is recognized by a popular crowd. Danny instantly becomes excited now that he has a popularity wagon so much that he starts to ditch his friends. Let's see. Skip. Okay. Over. Okay. How am I? Oh yeah. Okay. So Jack Fenton, his dad, decides to sell some junk in order to get some money, but Technus actually got a hold of the technology and became a giant computer esque robot to take over the city. And Danny Phantom defeated him. It got sucked into the thermos and end the story.
Yeah, great introduction to Techness and all. Also good for Rob because using his Gilbert Gottfried impression.
Yes, forgot to mention that. Yes, Nikolai Technus is voiced by Rob Paulson, and yes, like Blitz said, it is an imitation of the late Gilbert Gottfried, R.I.P. And personality about Technus here, he always blabbers about his plans and stuff. Of what's a good example to put this out? But anyways, yes, it was a really good episode. I actually got used to I'm not Dave Phantom. Technus in the video game, Nicktoons Glimpse of Doom, where he's a playable character along with Danny. So that's how I got introduced to him in his 2.0 version, which I think it was cool. So that's where I started like Techness when I started watching episodes later on. So yes, it was a really good episode. Rob Paulson did an excellent job. And let's talk about the next one, Teacher of the Year.
Yeah. During the awesome time of between like 2006 and 2007, where I got Nick Picks Volume 4, where I saw this episode, which I kind of got introduced to Techness, I think. So yeah, it revolves around uh, yeah um yeah it revolves around Danny and Tucker playing this game, trying to defeat this guy named Chaos, but and Techness comes into the frame, trying to like I'm a villain and take over all technology plants and stuff. So that keeps Danny up and prevents him from finishing a test, which Mr. Lancer has him to retake and stuff in order to make up for that. And so all the while, Danny, Tucker, and Sam, they try to beat him as good as possible, which they did at first, and I'm almost still juggling, trying to make up for the test and stuff because well uh, but sooner Technus starts to take some advice about like leveling up to be like bigger and stronger than ever and stuff, while Tuck teaches him how to like well like how to go through the game, something like that. So yeah, it's so basically all this is about is juggling between Danny handling making up for the test and making it back just in time to stop Technus from taking over the World Wide Web for this plan of his and stuff. So in the end, Danny manages to finish the test, pass with flying colors, and stop Technus until Lancer decides to.
Hi, Judd. He's a friend of mine I met in one of the gamer streams. He's a real good friend. But anyways, continue.
So they all think that we're gonna win, but Lancer comes out on top, saying that well that's all I got, and that was bad.
That's
okay.
fine. But
Wait.
it was an interesting episode. I actually like in the game where Tennis took on a robotic spider like form in the game, and we found out that Lancer, the teacher, wears a dress.
Yeah, like he was pretending like that picture like was his sister, but like it was him all the time.
Yeah.
All right,
Next one. Better
Yeah.
reunion.
So this is the first episode I ever watched with Danny Phantom.
Oh.
Yeah. So this is the first appearance of Vlad.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's right. I forgot.
And yes, I was very impressed who voiced him. Like Martin Mull, who I know from Roseanne. Like, yeah, he's a cool actor. So the episode starts with Jack getting an invitation from his old pal Vlad, having a reunion all here. And then he goes to their house, but it's a big ass mansion, like that's awesome.
Yeah.
What was the most shocking part with learning the truth about Vlad? Like he's actually like half ghost as well, like Danny.
Mhm.
And like his goal was like to try to take Maddie away from Jack, because there was a flashback where they used to be like good friends, but his little incident happened.
Yeah. Well, because besides that, Jack was also friends with him as well, and they're doing a school project. That's where it's starting on the ghost portal thing, and haywire happened. I don't remember what happened, and Jack saved his future wife, but Vlad ended up getting hit with the ecto and started getting a thing called ecto acne, which is revealed in later episodes. So that's how Vlad Plasmius was born.
Mm-hmm. And then soon enough, Danny like learns his true form, and like they had this whole fight, and then Vlad won. The next day, he's on bed, and then he's trying to warn the whole family about Vlad, but they don't listen, of course. And then there comes like the night of the reunion. But here's the thing, though. Vlad took over for Jack's like body and tries to ruin the whole like reunion, to piss off everybody. And then there was this like annoying reporter that hated Jack with a passion.
Oh yeah, I remember that. Boy, that was rough.
Yeah. And of course, Danny's like in his basement, like trying to find more things about him. And of course, we get introduced again to Skulker, and he traps him. And then, Vlad comes in, tells him like, yeah, here's your bounty and all that. And then we get introduced to like this cheese ghost, like cheese, like king ghost or something. If you remember that.
Not really.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
But overall, Danny and Vlad just had like another fight and all that, and now everybody like started hating Vlad because who he really is, and then they just went home from there. Overall, for my first episode watching Danny Phantom, like bitter reunions, it was really good.
Yeah, it was pretty interesting. So good question. Who's your favorite Danny Phantom boy, girl? Of course, my my top favorite is Technus, but also like Amber McLean and Skulker, and a villain named Vortex. So yeah, that's basically it. And next one, 13. The first appearance of what that guy
Johnny
name
13,
is.
isn't
Johnny
it?
13 and
Thank
Kitty.
you. Yeah.
Really, it's right in the name.
Oh yeah.
I know. I forgot his first name, but anyways, Danny fights off a ghost squid, wolf, a cobra, of course, and one night distress over ghosts coming out. Danny wonders why there's so many to begin with. The answer is when Jack tests his new genetic lock that opens the Phantom Ghost portal only by the press of a button through a Phantom family member. Unfortunately, Jack, while showing off to Maddie and Jazz, pushes it too many times, releasing one ghost per button press. What a moron. A ghost named Johnny 13 and his girlfriend Kitty raised the portal on his motorcycle, telling his shadow, intelligent entity known simply as Shadow, to keep the portal open, which it's just his shadow is just alive and such. Johnny races in, the court closes. Unfortunately, they barely just make it while the court closes. Zaps Kitty. Unable to maintain a solid form, she spreads her energy to her jacket, ring, and scarf, telling Johnny to find a host to wear so she can conceal herself in that body. Kitty heads back to the ghost zone while Johnny vows to find a body, which she does as Jazz upon entering Earth. And meanwhile, Johnny sends his shadow and move on a truck, which Tucker was sitting next to, making it crash towards the whirler closer, or rarely to rescues the inhabitants or closer, but closer ends up straight for Jazz. Occupied with the rescuers, Annie unfortunately doesn't make it in time. Luckily, Johnny saves her life. Mainly, she expresses her gratitude, develops a crush on him. Johnny then offers Jazz Kitty's scarf while Danny watches the two, unhappy with their son running relationship. Tucker, in the meantime, faces the problem and now being labeled bad luck Chuck by his peers after walking their ladder into Dash's fist. Danny Jazz's roles are reversed when he ends up being the overprotective ceiling over her due to the rambunctious decisions as such. He absolutely livid sees Johnny's bike parked near his home when Moore nearly kisses Jazz after offering her jacket. Wanting to be alone together, Jazz takes Johnny to the basement and shows off Phantom Ghost Portal. Jack and Maddie coming after Danny rats her out and saying otherwise people are not allowed in the basement, preparing Johnny to leave. By school the next day, Danny is concerned over being in the bubble and such, blah blah blah. Let's see. Dear Lord. Okay, skip. Danny lures Johnny Shadow into the stadium where Tucker's help and such. Jack and Maddie come to disappointed and deliver their own blow. Blah blah blah. Thanks to her brother. Jack thanks her brother while Maddie admires Danny similarly to them as war. Jack gives Danny one of his jumpsuits, which is obviously too oversized for him to wear at school the next day. Unfortunately, this also makes him yet again for a target for Dash and his friends. Not to reveal Tucker because not new Tucker anymore. At the end, Danny decides he needs a new image and has Tucker borrow his PDA. About Tucker tells him is Megan live a bad Eddie. Boy, that was a lot to explain, so that's why I kept saying skipping.
The point
Boy.
is to get to the important parts.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
even though I don't like Johnny Dortina as a character, I really like the actor that played him. Oh yeah,
Who do you-
William Baldwin, like Alec Baldwin's brother.
Of course, one of the Baldwin brothers.
Hey, you think they might be related to Greg Baldwin?
Wow, you just had to go there.
Uh,
Next one, Fanning the Flames, and I know which one that is. The first
Yeah.
appearance of Ever McLean.
hmm So yes, and fun fact, this is one of Butch Harmon's favorite episodes of Danny Phantom.
That's cool.
Yeah. So yes, this is the first appearance of Amber. So it starts out with this, everybody's obsessed with Amber, like her songs and everything, like Remember. Um, Everybody's so obsessed, even Tucker. But Danny and Sam are the only normal ones in this one. So they're trying to find out what's up with Amber and all that. And of course, Danny and Amber had this fight. And of course, they had a roof fight, and then Danny gets hit by this blast of Amber's guitar, and now he falls in love with Sam. And now Sam is the only normal one for now. Which, I don't mind. But overall, the song, Remember, although it was not sung by Tara Strong, even though she has a good singing voice, I really like it.
I thought actually Tara Strong actually sang that.
No, it was somebody else.
And apparently, Amber had a distinct past. I'm wondering why was she all flames and stuff. So, if I remember correctly, I think I saw something where in a past, as
There was
a
a
fire.
Yeah, so there was a theory that, yes, it could be a theory or what. There was a theory that she got burned in a burning house by her ex-boyfriend.
Oh,
Yeah.
some Freddy Krueger stuff right there.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely Freddy Krueger type of thing.
And the reason behind this, because although this is still a theory, the reason because the ex-boyfriend was cheating on her at the time. That's why.
Yeah.
But Danny caught her with the Phantom Thermos, and the episode was good overall.
And apparently, according to fandom and her trivia, her last name, McLean, it means that she's of Scottish descent. So that means she's Scottish.
If she were Scottish, she would have an accent.
Well, that would have been interesting, actually. But then again, it wouldn't fit her personality and such. But it is interesting to know about that. All right, next one. Let's see. Oh, here we go. The Fright Before Christmas.
Yeah, one of the more better Christmas episodes and stuff. So it starts out with So yes, it's Christmas time, and while journeying through the mall and stuff, Sam is all upbeat and happy and stuff because reasons. And so, but Danny, of course, is real ticky because ever since the first ever Christmas when he was a little baby and stuff, he literally just got peed on by a dog, and so that. It's almost kind of reminded me of some kind of, Drake and Josh, Merry Christmas, Drake and Josh, about how the monkey got control, beat up young Perry and beat on him and stuff. But we're gonna get off track. So Danny takes his frustrations off out in the ghost zone and inadvertently blasts apart this play written by the ghostwriter, voiced by Will Arnett. So, as for revenge, he makes him part of his new Christmas poem where he's in charge. And the episode is surprisingly really creative with the rhyming and stuff, staying in rhyme all the time. And I enjoyed it. So,
Remember that?
Yeah.
Oh, no, go ahead.
No, go ahead.
I was going to mention, I like that one scene where he was freaking out saying, "What rhymes with orange?"
Yeah, that was the only way to stop them, but we'll get to that.
Yeah, and then of course there was the ending where like Walker offers him an orange, and then he freaks out.
Oh, I guess vitamin C is his weakness now. So yeah,
Or is afraid
he's
of annoying orange.
Oh no
that's
no
even
no! Then
worse. Oh no.
he just he's just gonna go crazy from there.
Anyway, he starts pinning blames on Danny because, well, yes, revenge, blah blah and stuff. So Danny seeks out the help for the other ghosts who, in case, have this truce about not attacking each other during these sentimental seasons and stuff.
Which is really awesome. It's the first time that the girls are like really nice. All of the girls are really nice to Danny at some point because, of course, because it's Christmas. That's a really good truce then.
Mm-hmm.
It is. So yeah, so what Blitz liked about earlier and stuff about when Danny picked up an orange and that causes him to
No, no,
like
not Danny Walker. Like at the ending of the scene, because he got into jail.
oh wait, so are you sure about that? Because I thought like when Danny picked up that orange and he said, "Oh, what runs with
No, no,
orange?"
no,
Like he was
no, because the ghost writer like he was getting freaked out saying like because he couldn't find other words that were with orange.
well
Yeah,
yeah, because
because
I was just
there's no word that rhymes with orange.
yeah, because
Porridge.
I was just trying to like find out like how Danny managed to just like save the day. I was trying to get to that part. Like, was I wrong or something?
Well, a little bit, if but I wouldn't say wrong. But continue.
Anyway, but what happened then? What happened like after that? Were they
So
like
yes,
still trapped in rhymes and stuff?
like yes, he was trying to still make rhymes here and there. Then we got to like when he was trying to like rhyme orange, but he was still freaking out. And then of course, Skulker and Walker like picked him up and like, but the curse was not over yet because he had to rhyme the words. Apparently, they had to finish it basically.
Oh right. Of course, yes, I forgot. Yes, until the lesson is learned and stuff about the true meaning about Christmas and all that stuff. Don't need to be all grumpy and well, whatever happened and stuff. It did all went decent in the end with Danny learning about like family coming first and friends and Christmas time and all good crap.
Mm-hmm. And then next
Yes, it
one.
was a really good episode. I really enjoyed that, mainly because of the villains helping Danny, especially at the end where everything was destroyed and stuff. They like fixing Christmas and stuff. It was really spot on and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
It would actually be nice to like hang out with them during Christmas, like chat and have a nice dinner and stuff. That would be awesome.
Mm.
All right, next one. This guy Shano suggested Identity Crisis.
Oh
Oh
yeah, I
yeah, that's a
remember.
good one.
I,
Yeah, excuse me for a second.
oh yeah,
All right,
I do remember this one though.
yeah.
Uh, so this is the one where Technus basically got his like new form. It's like
Oh yeah,
2.0.
that's right. Oh, I'm glad he suggested because I forgot which one he gets his 2.0 form.
And it's kind of funny with his profile picture, like yes, because that's one of like Danny's like two halves because he got split in half, remember, and then made two Dannys.
Right.
So yeah, basically the episode starts over like they were trying to protect Ness, but Danny of course like goes here and there like fighting him. But of course, like with the new technology, he like saw Technus like absorb all of it, basically. And what else I remember? Like yeah, the two Dannys, like yeah, both of them had like different personalities and whatnot.
Like
Yeah.
his superhero form, Danny is like much more heroic and such. Like, here comes to save the day and such. And his human form is like a complete jerk. Like, it's kind of a whatever. Like, he's a punk.
Yeah. And basically, the two Dannys basically had to like work together as one because of course with Technus and all that. But overall, like yeah, with this episode, it was really decent. Like yeah, a really cool form for like Technus. And let me see here. What else it says? Because there's also trivia. Oh yeah. So basically there was a chips called Heart Chips. Basically that was a reference to Butch Hartman. Like he likes to put like references here and there.
Like, how's that reference to Butch Hartman?
Heart chips, like Hartman, just take out the man
Oh,
parts.
Oh,
Yeah.
like Chip Skylark.
Well, you could say that, yeah. And of
Huh.
course, the two Danny's form back together as one. Yes, Super Danny. All right, next episode, I believe, yeah,
Whoa.
Prisoners
Uh,
of Love.
yeah, Prince of Love. I'll wait for Fresh to come back when I talk about this one. Bobby and Movie Watcher usually come. They're probably busy with something.
It's okay then.
Excuse me.
Oh yeah, speaking of management, like from earlier, I was actually watching some clips of anger management from earlier, like before
Like
came
the
to the
movie
stream,
or the show?
the movie.
Oh, what'd you think of it?
Well, I did say the clips, not the full movie of it. I saw the scene where they're at the airplane, and he's having this whole fit, basically because he's asking for the headphones,
Yeah.
and
Wait, what
but okay.
the heck? What the heck? ICUP? What?
That's disgusting, Kristen. How dare you?
What the heck does that mean?
Wait. You're disgusting.
What the heck does that mean?
What are you talking about?
That's disgusting, Kristen.
What does that mean?
What does that mean? Read it again in your mind.
Why are you watching me be you pervert?
Wow.
I don't get it.
Oh my god.
Are you
Okay,
dumb?
no. Okay, I'm gonna say it. ICUP.
You
Now,
get it?
Oh.
it's kind of like with
Really,
iCup.
Fresh? Fresh, why do you have such a dirty mind?
Maybe it's because when in reality it kind of makes you look like a. Oh no! Wait! I did that wrong. Maybe in reality it kind of makes you look like a dumbass.
All right.
Well, I just never heard of anything like that before.
You ever never heard of iCup though?
No.
That's how it originated from, iCup.
Yeah, how do you spell ICUP? ICUP. Get it?
And another word that it's a little bit dirty, puppy. Spell that in your mind right now.
Wait, what?
Yeah. Spell it in your head, and then you'll get it.
No, wait, spell out what again?
Puppy.
What? PUPP? What? Oh, okay. So, yeah, I don't. Could you explain that? Because I was
PUPPY. YPP. Get it?
what? Oh, okay. That's just kind of a little bit weird right there.
Another one was Mississippi. I'm not gonna go into that.
Okay, enough of that. Let's just get back to the stream. Get off topic. I can't even edit this out like Fresh.
Yeah, nice job, genius.
Prisoners of Love.
The first introduction of Scott. Wait, what?
Skok. Ma. You heard him. He said squat. He said squat for some reason.
I'm about to say Stalker and then Skulker. Jeez. I mean, wait, no, not Skulker.
Walker.
I'm sorry.
What? Was he some kind of bird? Did he have control over birds? Squawk.
Hey. Okay, I was trying to say
man.
Walker, but it came. I was saying Stalker, Skulker. God damn it.
Yeah, I freaked him up so bad that he can't even talk now.
Yeah, thanks a lot, Fresh.
You're welcome.
I was being sarcastic, but anyways, so
oh my god, you can't understand. This dude is gonna be the death of me.
okay. Anyways, Prisoners of Love. Whatever I remember. Yeah, this is Joe's name. Walker. What's his full name?
Just Walker. I mean, unless if you want me to explain the full episode.
Yeah, sure.
Okay, so this episode, yeah, Prisoners of Love. This is basically an episode where Jack and Maddie's like anniversary, where Jack like forgot the anniversary, and now
Oh,
Maddie's mad at him. So Maddie goes to her sister's house, which is like far, far away, like a farmhouse, basically.
that I remember.
Yeah, and Jack's like trying like how would I put this like. I mean, I think he tried his best at least. I mean, he did make friends with hillbillies. Um. Oh yeah, of course. What led Denny to like the ghost zone was like he had a present for Maddie, but it got lost.
Oh,
And this is where we first meet Walker, like yeah, in his big form, like saying like how if you trespass here again, like he will lock him up. And then eventually he did meet up again, and then he was locked up. And now we see his past ghosts, like villains. It was Skulker, Technus, which for some goddamn reason he was still in this green suit. The lunch lady.
well, I think it was just a mistake there.
Oh yeah, the lunch lady, Box Ghost, and Desiree.
What?
Box Ghost and Desiree.
No, I thought Fresh said something.
I didn't say. Oh wow, you are so messed up now that you're hearing voices. What is this? Twilight Zone?
Twilight.
And also, I forgot to mention Desiree, the genie ghost.
Oh yeah.
What?
I just said that, but she didn't have any lines in that episode.
I know. I was just
Okay.
making-
So basically, all the like the villain ghosts is like getting up on Danny because they want their revenge, but Danny proposed like they like team up a little bit against Walker, so they go all escape.
yeah.
So that's what they did. They all beat up all like the guards and everything. They all escape except Danny, because he just wants to fight out like Walker. Then he realizes that he can't fight Walker as ghost form, but when he's in human form, he can just go through it like any walls in here and there. It's like the opposite. And he's like, "Why can't I get you?" And I just like how he gets triggered.
Opposites attract.
And at the ending of the episode, like yes, Jack did like made it up for like Maddie, and they were all happy, like a happy family.
Yeah.
With this episode, it was really good.
Yeah. When I first, like years ago, before I saw the episode, when I saw a picture of Walker, his face reminds me a lot like Skulker.
Mm-hmm. And I was really surprised, like he was voiced by James Arnold Taylor,
Oh yeah, I forgot he's voiced by James Arnold Taylor.
Yeah.
like a Western accent. I hear a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
Next episode.
Yep. The ultimate enemy.
Oh, this one was the best. Like, yeah, the introduction of Dark Danny.
Yep. So I'm not gonna even read the and this episode's long anyway, and I'm not gonna even bother to read the fan because it'll take a while, but I'll explain from what I remember. So in the beginning of the episode, it shows a future and it shows one of Danny Phantom's friends. What's that girl's name that's voiced by Chris Summer?
Valerie.
Thank you. So yeah, Valley showing her and her dad. Apparently, they're facing out saying someone, and that someone is Danny, a future adult Danny, aka Dark Danny, which a reason will explain.
Wait, hold on. Before you go, there was also one big part also in the beginning. Like, yes, the Fright Night also appeared, but he's the servant of like Dark Danny now.
Well, of course he is, because he's evil. I don't think he would like.
No, like because he's the overpowered ghost now. Like he has to serve him either way.
Oh, that's a good point. Like Ghost King, he has to voice. Not voice. Follow Ghost King because he's powerful. Makes sense. But anyways, yeah. Of course, of that, and then and the present, whatever. Danny is hanging out with his friends or whatever, and then he meets Dark Danny. He's having trouble defeating him because he's more powerful than him, and then Danny meets a time traveling ghost called Clockwork, who has a distinct ability from time to time to switch to a kid version, a middle adult version, and an elderly version from time to time. And he explains to him, so for whatever you do, you'll end up like killing your friends and family and such. And That's what actually happened. In the future of Dark Jane's perception, that's what happened. So then he finds out what happened in the future after finding some futuristic enemies like the daughter of Box Ghost and Lunchley. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Why would Lunchley and Box Ghost be married? That doesn't make sense.
Because they're the least favorite ghost villains.
Uh huh.
Yes.
It's just weird. And so yeah, their daughter is Box Lunch instead of Lunch Box and such. So her powers are the same as her parents, like food and vices and such. And then Danny also fights a fusion between Skulker and Technus.
Skull
Because
Tech.
yeah, Skulltech 9.9 was it?
Yes.
Okay, yeah. So yeah, um, yeah. So they're fighting, they're fighting each other, and because of a gorilla override from one of the episodes before, and Skulker asked Technus, "I thought you got rid of that," and Technus is like, "Don't tell me how to do my job." I just love that line. And then finally,
I do
and
too.
yeah, they went to the future and discovered Vlad really old and his mansion is in crumbles, and he explains the origin of Dark Danny. So explosion happened at the restaurant because of a explosive sauce. And who was the idea to make that sauce explosive in the first place? That's really dangerous.
The sauce, no, because in the background there was like the heater, right? There's like the temperature, like going hot or cold. Like it was going extremely hot. That caused like the sauce, and like yes, Vlad is like basically explained the backstory, like how like Danny's ghost form took like Vlad's ghost form, and they all combined to Dark Danny.
Yeah. And Danny actually came to Vlad because he wanted to get rid of the ghost form because he didn't want to kill anyone again by accident or whatever. So he used his special claws to get the ghost form out of Danny, and the ghost form actually came sentient and took the claws and ripped the ghost form out of Vlad and fused it with him, and he became crazy and stuff. He attacked Flabby survived. He nearly destroyed everything, and then Human Jenny did not survive. He got killed actually. And the future ghost portal, he meets the future ghost like Box Ghost. Now he's much more muscular.
He's a drugged out motherfucker. That's what I could explain.
Yes, he is.
Like
Like,
seriously,
he-
did he go to the gym or something? He lost his
Yeah, he
fucking.
probably did because he probably got tired of everyone picking on him and stuff. But he is much more menacing, even with
Oh
an eye
boy,
patch
he's a
too.
pirate because he has an eye patch and a hook now.
Oh yeah, that's right. He has a hook, and he more sensing beware and stuff. And he also meets Amber McLean, which is overweight, and she got a Danny because his special power, Dark Danny, is called the Ghostly Whale. It's much more OP ghost power. Took away her voice, so yeah. And also Johnny 13, which is now in a wheelchair. Who
The
else?
story behind that because Dark Danny broke his legs.
Yeah. And on what else happened. But anyway, still, yeah, all the ghosts are attacking Danny because of what happened between Dark Danny. President Danny got so upset that they came attack him. He wants them to stop, and out of the blue, all of a sudden, boom, Ghostly Whale unlocked. So he started shouting Ghostly Whale at all the ghosts. But here's the problem: it makes him weak every time he uses it because it makes him either turn back to human form or midway. So yeah, because he's not used to it yet. So he actually uses it between the final battle between him and Dark Danny. He almost gets defeated. He uses the Ghostly Whale on him, and he sucks Dark Danny through the Ghost Thermos, and he was never seen again, except for a face of him in the Ghost Thermos.
Yeah, and I saw this video where they ranked him like the first for like darkest and meanest villain.
Of course.
Like he's top one.
Of course he is, because he's powerful, and he's literally called Dark Danny.
Well, yeah.
I actually got introduced to Dark Danny or Evil Danny in a game Attack of the Toy Box Nicktoons, where he's an alternate skin for Danny. So yeah, that's how I got introduced to him.
Right. Next episode.
Identity crisis.
Are we ready to explain this one?
Oh,
Dodo.
well, he put it twice actually, so that messed me up. Okay, micromanagement is what's next.
Okay, so in this episode, like Danny and Tucker are just like tired, like doing exercise here and there, basically tired of gym. And then like the gym teacher pairs both of them, like Tucker goes with Sam, and like sadly Danny has to go with Dash, which is hell. Basically, they had to meet up at his house, and then Jack is like making like his new shrink ray, but the detective is like that's about like now. And then he had this accident where he shrank both him and Dash because Skulker like showed up and was trying to attack them. So like him and Dash are like little, they're just trying to survive basically, and going back to like the house and fighting the shrink ray. But there's a downside to this, like Danny's like powers were like shortening out basically, like everything about him, and he was trying to hide it from Dash.
Yeah, which is really, really hard.
That's what she said.
Okay.
Overall, like Danny Phantom was trying to teach like Dash a lesson, basically not like bullying Danny or like anybody else. Overall, like they went back to their normal sizes, and like Skulker got shrinked, and he got he got frozen in the freezer. And then it was the last part where like Jack actually swallowed him because he was stuck in the ice cube.
Yeah. It was a pretty interesting episode, but it is kind of a pain since they're shrunk. That would be like easy to crush or maybe sucked into a vacuum. Or in this case, during the exercise thing, Jazz was actually exercising like through a VRR system, and she was like shaking her head back and forth, wiping all the sweat, and just like dripping down. That would be like extremely gross if that fell on top of you if you were shrunk. All right, next one. One of a kind. The introduction of Skulker.
Want to explain, or should I?
Yeah, you should.
Okay, one of a kind. Yes, the first appearance of Skulker. Basically, the episode starts off with Danny fighting the box ghost. Like, yes, this is also the first appearance of the box ghost.
Oh yeah, that's right. I forgot. He also appeared in that
Because
one.
technically, although like yes, we do see him in the ending of like the first episode, which just a little cameo, if you remember that.
Yeah, but this is his first physical appearance, not just as a cameo.
Yeah, basically they're fighting and all here, and like he's saying, "I am the box ghost." Yeah, just basically introducing himself. Like Fresh, you know how to say it.
Yeah, I do.
You want to say it?
Beware! I am the box ghost! You cannot hold me!
Yeah, that's what he basically sounds like. So he's just some kind of dweeb and such. So yeah. And Danny Phantom hates him a lot, mainly because of him being lame. His powers are mainly boxes, hence the name Box Ghost. And there is some kind of theory that the reason he died because of boxes, he probably got crushed by boxes during his work, I guess.
Okay, so let's continuing. Like, yes, he's fighting the box ghost, and of course, like out of the blue, we see Skulker like spying on him, and like basically he wants him as a bounty, like capturing and all that. And we get introduced to this like interesting gorilla, basically like last of his species, or because it really shocked everybody at the end, she was a she the whole time.
Oh yeah, that's right.
I just remember, and Danny had to do like a really important report because he was really like flunking at the time.
Yeah, and there had been a running gag because Skulker uses certain technology to upgrade himself, and they took away Tucker's thing, which is runs on schedules and stuff. Ever since he attached that to his system, is like mainly because of the purple-back gorilla keeps taking him to that and such. And there is a shocking thing about him. He is a robotic suit with a little green blob thing inside. So
yeah, and I just love the intense fight between him and the gorilla.
Yeah.
Let's see here. Like, yes, although yeah, Danny just made like the magazines with him and the gorilla and all that. But fun fact, Skulker got out of his suit 3 times for each season. That's funny.
Huh.
Season 1, Season 2, and Season 3.
That is actually clever. And his first voice was okay, a little
Matthew
bit.
State Patrick.
Yeah, thank you. Him, I really don't know him, but his second voice, Kevin Michael Richardson, I actually really like because it makes him sound cooler. All right, next one, Parental Bonding. So in this one, Danny is planning on asking his love interest Paulina, which is the hottest girl in school, in Danny's case. So he wants to ask her out. There's also a ghost princess who has a curse that turns into a dragon, also voiced by Kevin Michael Richardson. Where Reg wanted to go to the ball from her past life and such. And so whoever wears the necklace which she's wearing, it can also become a dragon ghost, whatever, enraged. So Sam ended up getting a necklace. Oh wait, no. Wait. Paulina gets the necklace first, but Danny wanted to get it back. But Sam also got a hold of it somehow. I can't remember. She became the ghost dragon and such. Danny defeated her, and yeah, that's in the story. That's all I remember. It's a pretty interesting episode. I also found out that Pauline's dad is also voiced by Kevin Michael Richardson, which is awesome.
Yeah.
And Ghost Princess, I think it was Dora or something. Yeah, Dora.
Well, that's short, then yeah.
Yeah, voiced by Grey DeLisle Griffin. Next one, King Tuck.
One of the more lesser known and worst episodes ever.
Yeah, I agree. It was actually a bit of a worst episode for me.
It was bullshit. What was the point of it?
So yeah, I mean, like, you know, it's something you can kind of almost technically, quote unquote, relate to, because it starts off with Tucker trying to run for student body president, but nobody cares what he has to say. They won't either listen to him. It becomes like running all throughout the episode. It gets really, really frustrating and stuff. So they go to a field trip of learning about like this pharaoh that was like all, you know, powerful and something like that. So Tucker looks into the mirror, and then there's this mummy that pledges himself as the rightful, pledges to him that he is the rightful ruler of Egypt or something like that. He gives him the possessed staff that gives him, you know, like complete authority and stuff. So he transported all of them to Egypt under his rule. So let's see. So all I can say is that like it only takes about for Danny to apologize to talk about like not listening to them, and they somehow managed to defeat the mummy who gets chased by the Sphinx. And it all ends with another miscommunication with Paulina and Star ready to beat the crap out of him because, well, they're freaking deaf for reasons and stuff. And, well, yeah, that's just it. It's just
yeah. And fun fact, that mummy ghost, like, he was voiced by S. Scott Bullock.
Really?
Yeah.
Wait, that's cool.
And when Danny was trying to use the ghostly whale on the Sphinx, it was unaffected. I wish it was effective against it because it was a really powerful scream. So, yeah.
Ooh, I guess some stuff don't really work.
All right. Next one is, let's see, My Brother's Keeper. All right. So, oh boy, how am I going to explain this? So
the important parts.
Do you need help? Because I've seen every episode. Just tell me you need help.
Yes.
Okay, so this is the first episode of Penelope Spectra, which she pretended to be this counselor, like trying to trick everybody, like false things about them. And this is what led like with Jazz and Danny like having like some conflict problems, which like somebody said in the chat right now. And this is actually the first time like Jazz like found out that Danny was Danny Phantom. Huh. Which was interesting.
Oh yeah.
But overall, like the ending, like they both like they were just cool with each other, like but the next episode says otherwise.
Yeah, and Penelope Spectrum is voiced by Tara Strong.
Yes.
And she turns out to be the long lost mother Mandy thought she never had.
Say what?
Just kidding.
Oh, come on.
Wow,
Okay.
gullible every time. We're gonna have to change her name to Gulliver.
Okay.
Next up is Box Up Your Way.
This is the episode where Box Goat gets his pre-balls, basically.
What?
So this is the episode where like Box Goat gets all of his revenge. Like those scenarios.
Oh
where,
yeah,
like,
this is the one where he gets a hold of Pandora's box, right?
Yes.
Right,
So
right.
the episode starts with him, like, because everybody's laughing at him. Like, everybody in the growth zone's, like, laughing at him because of the bounties, like, 25 cents, like, because, everybody else has, like, bigger bounties. And he
Yeah.
just wants to, like, prove himself, like, he'd be, like, more evil than everybody. So, like, he goes to Pandora's, like, realm and, like, to steal the box. And then he goes back to the real world and, terrorizes everybody with it. Oh, I just remember, like, oh, yeah, and I also what I remember from the beginning, like everybody was thanking him, for like the sandwiches, free shoes, and everything. Ugh. But at the end, he did get punished by Pandora, and he had to clean up everything. But I guess you could say it worked out with him also in the end because his bounty went up to like $50.
Yeah.
And everybody was scared of him.
Next one, What You Want. The introduction of Desiree the Ghost. Genie Ghost.
You remember this one?
You can go ahead and explain it.
Yes. So yes, this is the introduction of Desiree, and yeah, how would I explain this? So yeah, there is a reason why she's never like in like all the episodes, like how like normal like the other villains. It's because the actress that played her, she's like a celebrity.
Oh, is that so?
Yeah, and I believe I'm just gonna put this in the chat though. She voiced this character. If I'm spelling it right, hold on. Because Christian, I believe you did watch the DC shows. Christian?
Yeah.
Wake up.
I know. Oh, I'm just waiting for the chat to pop up.
Yeah, so her actress also played this character from one of the DC shows.
Oh, here it goes. Volcana.
Yeah.
Why does that sound familiar?
So she's basically a female that she could control fire basically.
Oh.
But like the episode with Desiree, like we're finding out like she's the ghost genie, and her backstory. Basically, she like dated this king, but found out like the king had a wife, and that explains like how she died basically. Because of she was just so sad, but just want to bring wishes to everybody else, and this led to Tucker like getting ghost powers, but like it was like over controlling him.
Yeah.
He was changing grades. He went to the. How would I say this? I mean, technically, Danny did this too. He went to the girls' locker room. So like Danny's like trying to like help Tucker like get rid of his like ghost powers and everything because it was turning him into a beast and all that.
Yeah.
But overall, like just don't say wish around like Desiree, then it actually comes true.
Yeah. I don't know what you would say instead of saying wish. Maybe hope, perhaps.
Overall, this was a good episode as well.
Yeah. Next one is Forever Phantom. In this episode, we're introduced to a ghost, I think a Morpho or something like that.
A Morpho, yes.
Yeah, a Morpho, which has the ability to change the arm to anyone and I mean anyone. So he uses Danny to basically blackmail him and such, making him the bad guy and such. So yeah, if I remember, yeah, he finally fights him off. I think the reason is like I was like lonely or such, or like a nobody. I think I can't really remember what was the story behind it, but yeah, that's what. Remember that he was blackmailing Danny and such because he can transform to anyone and such. So yeah, that's basically it.
I
I'm
mean,
trying to
there was
find
also
out
something else in the beginning as well. Like
what.
before Amorpho, disguises himself as like Danny. He also disguised himself as like other many characters. Like yes, Tucker's dad was basically because Tucker's mom was making meat and everything. Like Tucker was like loving it, and like yeah, Amorpho disguised as like Tucker's dad, like spit on it, like chewed it, and then Tucker's actual dad came up and he's got boinged in the head like that.
Yeah, thanks. All right, next one. I had trouble finding this episode, but I finally found it. Torrent of Terror. The introduction of one of my favorite characters covers his design and powers, Vortex. So in this one, the ghost counselors, or not counselors, but like the watchers around and stuff. But anyway, so it was showing events like a tornado and such. And it shows a gigantic ghost named Vortex and a prison cell. Well, not prison cell, like a dome or such. And he's being pretty guilty for his crimes, and then his Vortex is being breaked out by Vlad Plasmius because he's gonna use him for his schemes and stuff. So what?
That's all he's talking right now.
Yeah,
That thing is
you're
muffling.
talking like Kenny. Like, we can't hear you.
Oh, wait, you couldn't hear me?
No,
Yeah,
because your
we're
thing
not
was
fluent in
muffling.
this language called.
Okay. Anyways, oh, and Bobby said observance. Thank you. But anyways, yes. The reason he broke out of prison because apparently it is extremely hot outside. Everyone's suffering from the heat, and then apparently he has a device to quote control a vortex to have him control the weather. So he had vortex, he was chilling up out of the clouds, and have him like make it rain. I think was happened or something. I can't remember, but Dave Phantom finally faces him off, but apparently his storm powers affect Danny, and now he has storm powers. But whenever he has certain emotion, it changes. Like whenever he gets angry, like a bad storm happening or a intense heat wave and such. So different incidents happen. Vortex breaks free from Vlad's control. Tucker finally finds a way to help Danny to control his emotions in order to defeat Vortex with like happy memories and evil, not evil, like bad memories and such, whatever, through a VR headset, and finally gets to defeat Vortex because his only weakness is like sunlight. I get yeah, it was sunlight, and he sucks him into the thermos. And yeah, it was a really interesting episode. And Vortex, oh, what I don't like about it is his voice, because whenever he talks, he does like that, like he has
What do
a
you
freaking asthma.
expect? What do you? Oh, that's kind of offensive. Asthma. That's kind of.
I'm sorry, but I'm trying to make.
Wow, you're gonna offend people who have that kind of condition,
I'm
Well,
not. I just
it's not a
saying like.
condition.
or whatever it is, or like what is
No,
it?
no.
But
It's just
anyways,
like. Oh, no. I'm gonna explain. Like the reason he talks is like because of the weather. Like he is a weather ghost. What do you expect him to talk like?
well, I rather have like a cool voice like Mark Hamill or something.
Well, okay, there's that, but it's kind of funny. Like the actor that played Vortex, cause Thunder, like yes, David Boat, who voices Thor from Superhero Squad. That's why it's funny because both like Thunder.
I see. But yes, a really cool villain. I really did the design because I'm a fan of cool looking designs and stuff. So yeah. All right. Let's see. What's the next one to talk about?
Aha, I got a good one.
Wait,
All right.
what about I'm Ashore?
What?
I'm Ashore?
What?
I'm Ashore.
What the heck does that mean?
Why don't you repeat it and say it?
I don't want to because I'm afraid there's some.
Yes, this is I'm
I
Ashore.
am, I am the dummy.
All right. Shades of Grey.
Good thing it's not the other title. And then we're gonna be here for a while.
What is that?
50 Shades of Grey. Hello.
Oh. Well, I've never even seen the movie.
Okay, Shades of Grey. This is how we get introduced to the ghost dog named Cujo.
Oh, that one. Okay. I was wondering about that actually.
And this is kind of like a sad story for Valerie because her and her father had to move because of her
Right.
father
Right.
lost his job and everything. And basically, she's blaming the dog and Danny for it. I just love this one reference Danny made. He was like, "Who let the dogs in?" Because who let the dogs out. I just love
Yeah.
that.
I actually got introduced to Cujo and Gloves of Doom, where he was like a boss.
Hmm. And the thing about Cujo, like, yes, of course he's in this cute little dog form, but like whenever he doesn't get his way, he turns to like this big ass like pit bull, like mutation. Which I prefer both. Like, yeah.
I've heard the bigger version because it looks cooler, and that's how I got introduced to Cujo, as he was in that form when he got infected by the gloves, which make him evil. So
Another character that was voiced by S. Scott Bullock, surprisingly not D. Bradley Baker at this time because he was in the show.
yeah, I mean, it don't always have to be voiced by a voice actor that can do animal noises. So the next one, the Phantom Menace.
Oh, here now. I remember this episode.
Yeah, this I got introduced to Youngblood. All right, so this one, Danny and his family are on vacation, and Danny is having a mental breakdown because someone out of nowhere, he doesn't know who, is attacking him. It's probably some one invisible, and they think he's crazy. It turns out it was just this kid named Youngblood who likes to pretend he's dressed as a ghost and has a skeleton horse. I forgot what his name is, but he's just toying with Danny to mess up his mind. I don't remember the reason. So later on, while Youngblood is still attacking Danny, Jazz is wondering why is he acting like that, and apparently, only kids or like young child can actually see Youngblood. The reason Danny can see him because he has the mind of a child or personality, whatever. So in order for Jazz to see Youngblood, Danny has to make her act like a child. He's having trouble, but he finally gets her to act like a child, and she actually sees Youngblood, and Danny Phantom defeats him and such, and happy ending.
And here you go. I believe that's how you spell it. Like, yeah, that was the actor that played Youngblood.
Okay.
Yeah. And there's hold on, let me actually show you both of these on Instagram.
Okay.
So this is him when he was little recording for Danny Phantom. Here you go.
I mean, like I do know the guy. So.
No, I'm saying like the picture, like when he like recording for it.
Well, yeah, it's likely around. It's likely you might recognize him from also Twilight as Jacob Black and also Shark Boy.
Yeah.
Well, I got introduced to him, and Superbad doesn't too.
He was also
Right.
in one of the Grown Ups movies.
Yes, the second.
The
one.
second one,
Yeah.
and it's also in the movie called The Ridiculous Six.
Hmm.
Let's see. I'm trying to find the one where it shows the wolf. You know, the one that speaks in a foreign language.
I think
Oh,
that
yeah.
wasn't that By the way, it was like
Public Enemies.
yeah, that one.
Oh, Public Enemies. Hang on. Oh, here we go. I forgot that was in season 1. Yeah, here we go. Thank you. All right. Public Enemies.
Yeah, I'll explain this one.
All right. Thank you.
Hello.
It's probably looking up on fandom to explain, I guess.
I was not hinting that. I was like saying like he put it up so we're they know where we're
Oh.
talking.
Sorry, my bad.
Okay, so in this episode, yes, we got introduced to two new villains from Danny Phantom. So the episode starts off with this ghost saying "You'll never catch me alive," and of course this is badass ghost villain named Bullet, who was voiced by Derek Norris. He was like, "You're a ghost,"
Yeah, you immediately knew it was Darren Norris because you watched Fairly Odd Parents, and you hear Jimmy Dad's voice, and you can hear it in his voice. Or if you watched well, it's basically Tim Turner's dad's voice. So yeah, so when he said "You're a ghost," you immediately hear it just like that. So I immediately knew it. Yeah.
I know, it was a kid show, but if they did PG-13, he would have did something like this, "You're a ghost, dumbass." That would have been funnier.
Yeah, I mean, it does a point when he said, "You can't take me alive." He's not really alive; he's dead, really. So that's why he said that. So it was really funny.
And
And
Sarah,
yes,
we are aware.
yes, and yes. Thank you, Bobby, about that. And yes, we'll explain about the claws in a little bit.
Yeah. So basically, then Bullet gets informed from Walker, and now we get introduced to this other ghost named Wolf. Basically, he's a ghost wolf, and yeah, he speaks this language, and Walker's telling him to get Danny Phantom and all that, because he still hasn't forgot what happened last time. And the cool
Yeah.
thing about Wolf, because yes, he has these claws gonna cut through, and then you're gonna go to the other world.
Yeah, which is pretty interesting. It'll be cool to have a power like that. But anyways, continue.
So yeah, basically Wolf's out there trying to fight Danny Phantom, but the other cool part about this everybody was gathering from the mirrors all the way in here and there. But the guards, including Bullet, took over the people's bodies, basically, making sure Danny Phantom didn't get his way here and there. And there was one part where Danny and Maddie worked together, even though they were enemies at the time. There was also Wolf. He just made the decision he doesn't want to work for Walker anymore, because he liked Danny and his friends better.
Yeah.
Overall, for this episode, it was pretty cool, especially Wolf and Bullets.
Yeah. And he actually spoke English before he left. And he said, "Until we meet again."
Yeah.
So yeah, it was pretty interesting. Let's see. Next one. Pirate Radio.
Yeah, I do remember this one as well.
Yes. And
So-
apparently, according to this was the introduction of Youngblood. Well, when I watched Danny Phantom on DVD, the episodes were switched, so I got confused. So,
yeah. You want to explain?
yeah, I'll explain. So if I remember, there's this mysterious thing happening on the radio, and everyone's obsessed with it. And Danny Phantom later finds out it was Amber for some reason in a new outfit, which she looks good in, and then Youngblood dressed up as a pirate, and they work together because they both hate adults, of course. And so, of course, then to a battle and stuff. Of course, they get defeated and such. So yeah, Amber was behind the whole thing and such. So yeah, it was a pretty interesting episode for two villains interacting with each other. Even though I didn't know that Youngblood first appears in that episode instead of the other one, because the I got mixed up with the episodes, but anyways, but yeah, it was a really interesting episode to see. So yeah, and now for the big boy, Rainstorm.
Yeah. We're at a time where the villains actually wanted to get away from the ghost zone.
Yes, for one reason, the Ghost King, which every ghost, and I mean every goddamn ghost, is afraid of the Ghost King. Okay, so in this one, Vlad is up to his crappy schemes once again. And he's finding different keys in the Ghost Zone to release the Ghost King, which is the. What was that?
Someone going deaf.
What?
What?
Anyway, so he released him, and of course, Ghost King is the leader of the entire Ghost Zone, and every ghost is afraid of him. So after he escapes or releases whatever, the ghosts flee to Earth, away from the Ghost Zone, and find a hiding place in order to hide from the Ghost King. And Danny Phantom needs to find a way to defeat him once and for all. So he has a special suit created by Jack Fenton in order to fight the Ghost King with the help of Vlad, much to his dismay. So, yeah. So, having trouble actually finding the Ghost King because he's powerful, but he manages to finally defeat him. And Vlad locks the key up, and the ghosts are back in the Ghost Zone where they belong.
Yeah.
Let's see, what's another episode to talk about? What was the episode where oh wait, now I remember. Control Freaks is where Freak Show first appeared. Yeah.
Mojo, do the super I think that's how you were pronouncing it.
Oh, dadgummit, stupid clumsy fingers. You didn't let me finish. God dang it.
Somebody got butterfingers for me too much.
Let me lay a hand on my butterfingers. BB. BBB.
I remember that one, yeah.
Yeah, baby.
Okay, Control Freaks is what I meant to type in. The introduction of Freak Show, who is voiced by John Cryer. If you haven't seen the show, he plays in Two and a Half Men, plays the character Alan Harper, Charlie Harper's brother. So, for what I remember this episode, that is he's not really a ghost per se. He's actually a human, with a skin thing that has his skin entirely white, so he's not really ghost, but he has ghost enemy or like henchmen with him. He has like certain powers and such with relics and such, and he used them when Finding Danny turned to a ghost himself. Danny fought him and he got defeated. All but one ghost. I think like they were convinced like not to work with him anymore. I can't really remember, but yeah. So that's what I really remember. What's another one to talk about? And there are some episodes I've never even seen.
Well, does it really matter? Like, well, I did say like if you didn't see the episode, I'll be happy to like explain it because I did watch every episode.
Right. Let's see.
Ooh,
I know what to talk about next. What?
Oh, okay. No, you can put your suggestion first.
And we're gonna.
I was gonna say, can you put Girls' Night Out?
Ooh, okay. That's a good one. All right. First up, Urban Jungle. The introduction of Mark Hamill guest starring as Undergrowth. So this one, what did it start off like? Was it like them having this international plant saving thing, or something.
Yeah. Hmm.
But yeah, anyway, so Sam is like having like showing like a garden stuff, but out of nowhere, Dave Phantom is having a cold with his ice of his powers, and then we're introduced to a giant plant ghost named Undergrowth, which is how I actually started to love Markel because I thought his voice was cool. But anyway, so Undergrowth starting to spread plants everywhere and start are taking over. He also took over Sam to be his like queen or princess or whatever, his offspring. And then Danny is trying to figure out why he has the kind of cold. And then he runs into his old friend Frostbite in a previous episode, which he said he's learned to use ice powers. So he's training him to use ice powers, but ends up freezing everyone by accident. He uses his newfound ice powers to defeat Undergrowth. He shrunk down to size, and then he gets run over by a lawnmower by Tucker.
Mm.
So yes, it was a really awesome episode. I'm really glad that episode got me to like Mark Hamill because of the cool voice. Because his Archie's voice is just so unique and such.
I mean, his normal voice is cool as well because I was watching a clip earlier with him guest starring in Big Bang Theory.
Yeah, Chewie had a wife.
Hmm.
Girls'
Oh,
night out.
hold on, hold on, hold on. He says he needs the link, Bobby.
Oh, okay. Oh, it got deleted. How did it get that deleted? Oh, weird. Okay.
Wait, wait,
Yeah,
wait.
but
There's only one person you can blame for this situation.
what?
Dinkelberg.
Ah!
All right, here you go, Bob. Sorry about that.
Bob the Builder can.
Oh, don't even
Bob
say
Builder, yes we can. Scoop, Monk, and Daisy, and Rolly too. Lottie and Wendy could join the crew. What was the rest of it? I don't know, but yes, that is a good theme song.
Okay, Girls Night Out, one of my favorite episodes because yeah, it gave the the female characters like a chance of working together.
Yeah.
So yeah, basically Jack and Danny are going fishing in this episode. But they're like getting followed by Skulker. While the female characters Maddie, Jazz, and Sam, like they're just, doing their thing here and there. Oh hi Bobby.
Hi, Bobby.
God damn it, Bobby.
What? Come on, man.
It was a
That
joke
boy
from
ain't
Kenneth
bad.
Hill. Calm down.
God damn it, Bobby. This is why I don't sell propane to you.
Boom!
Boy.
I'm gonna slap you silly now, boy. I'm gonna put my foot up your
Wait,
ass.
I just want to
I'm
say
gonna
for
kick
like,
your ass.
okay, first off, good Hank Hill impressions, and secondly, I want to say that Danny's ice powers were amazing and cool, pun entirely intended. When I first got introduced to it, I was astounded, and honestly, it was like that episode was actually the first time I saw Frostbite.
Interesting.
Far
Speaking
from
of Frostbite, I'm trying to find out which episode he first appeared in. So,
Infinite Realms.
oh, thank you.
So as I was explaining, yes, now we're in the ghost zone where we get introduced to Kitty, Amber, and Spectra, learning that's Amber and Skulker are not like dating, but they got into arguments, along with Kitty and Johnny. Basically, that's why they're parting ways.
Yeah.
But Johnny was not like in half an episode because him along with the other boys got transported because like Amber and Kitty's powers work together to transport all of them to disappear. Every girl's dreams. Am I right?
Yeah. Well, of course, except Danny and his father didn't get stepped away.
Well, because they're somewhere else. It's just a
Yeah.
town. Okay, so yes. So now Maddie and the girls have to work together to get all the guys back. So they had this plan where Sam had to dress up as Danny, and now they were a little confused why there was a boy here. So one by one they had to take down each enemy. With Danny and Jack, they were fishing here and there, but they're keeping interrupted by Skulker. But eventually, Danny found a way to defeat Skulker and again with his little I guess he broke his machine part of him, and we see little Skulker, and he goes back to the ghost zone. Basically, every villain you saw in the episode went back to the ghost zone.
Yeah.
What I have to say about this episode? Very awesome.
Yeah. Funny thing is, when Skulker met Dan again, and he is telling him he was trying to impress his girlfriend, and Dan's like shocked, and he's like, "Are you frightened now?" And he's like, "No, I can't believe you have a girlfriend." He's like, "Well, that just hurt."
Oh,
Yeah, he roasted.
he roasted him.
He's already
Yeah.
roasted. Look at his head.
Yeah.
Oh,
Look at this picture right here. Oh, by the way, I just want to say, very cool that Skulker and Technus returned for the stream. Happy to see them here.
Thank you.
Yeah. All right, next one, Infinite Realms, the introduction of Frostbite.
And
So in
the
this-
are frozen, and not to mention the Infamap. Yes, that's no joke. That's literally what it's called. Before and it's when I say that, it literally makes me think of the map of Infinity from Ultimate Alien.
Okay, or Infinity Stones from Marvel. But anyway, so in this episode, their usual going to Ghost Zone. I think they were being chased out by Vlad. I can't remember, but they ended up into this zone, in like a cold area, and this random Arctic ghost thing started attacking for no reason. And then Danny found out that he had like a ice spike or something in his skin, and he shot it out, and he was praised. He started giving them joy and stuff, and then he realizes he's the ghost boy hero of the zone. And what's cool about a Frostbite, his left arm is like all eyes, and you see his bones.
Yeah.
But
Oh.
anyways, oh boy.
He might come back.
But anyways, I'll still explain. So yeah, he tells Danny about him being a hero and stuff. And he gives him a special map that take him anywhere. And takes him different places in the ghost zone. Unfortunately, Flag got a hold of the thing to go to the different realms. So he went to different realms and such. And Danny attempted to get it back from him, and finally managed to do so. And I don't remember if this happened or not. It may be wrong, but I think Frostbite defeated Vlad as well. Kid his body, whatever. I can't really remember what happened, but yeah, it was a really interesting episode of that. So yeah. Let's see. Oh.
Okay, now that I'm reading this right, hold on, let me just get my little glasses over here. Dingling? I believe that's what you say, Dingling?
Wow. Dingo Ling. A dingo named Ling. Huh.
Alright, next episode, The $1 Million Ghosts. So in this one, I don't remember how this happened, but different ghost hunters besides Jack Fenton, I think there's some kind of competition to. Here we go again, Blitz.
Wait, you want me to tell you some of it?
No, I know how to do it, but anyways,
No, I meant like explain the episode a bit.
no, I can do it. But anyways, yeah, there's some kind of ghost thing happening, and there are different ghost hunters besides Jack Fenton, like a group two years or some. I don't know what they're based of, but there's a group of teenagers and a big tiger based off Scooby Doo, and
Wait, it was called the Groovy Gang and their cat and their like scaredy cat.
I see. So yeah, they're based off Scooby Doo, and they're men in white suits called Guys in White, a parody of Men in Black, movie about extraterrestrial aliens. So yeah, and they're laughing at Jack Fenton because they think he's a joke and such. And every ghost hunter is after Danny for $1 million. I think that was Jack. Not Jack. Vlad's plan for that. So Danny finally manages to get away from the ghost hunters and such. But in later episodes, the guys in white become more of a threat and such. So yeah. What's another one to talk about?
I need to be the... Nope. Get on with it.
Sorry. Bright night.
Calm down.
I'm joking, all right, Jill.
Yeah, that did. Yeah, that did sound like you were joking, but that took me by surprise.
Hold on. If I'm reading this right again, hold on. Let me get my grandpa glasses. See my wiener? I guess you're really happy to see me, Fresh. He's really happy to see me. See my wiener.
I'm not gonna even bother anymore.
Good. Gabe's over good. Well, I mean, like, be happy because I might even put this in a much more better, funniest moments. So be glad.
Well, for the part where I messed up saying Walker's name and also Stalker.
Oh, also say that you also did change your name to Grand Canyon too.
What?
Grand Canyon because it's echoey.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, next episode of Fright Night.
Yeah, you can explain this while I fix my mic.
Wait, do you guys remember who voiced him? Because I do.
Yeah, Michael Thorne.
Very good.
Yes. Yeah, because I know him from the Ben 10 franchise. Like, yes. One was like, like memorable roles, like, yes, would be the Star Trek.
And I am Weasel.
I am Weasel.
I also saw that show. I Am Weasel.
He was also Commander Mozart from TMNT.
Wait,
2012.
Wait, in
Yeah.
Omniverse, they came up with a character for him, which was I Am Worf Soul.
Oh yeah, I did remember that. Yeah. Let's see here. Oh yeah, he was also in Regular Show.
Yeah,
Thomas.
Yeah,
Right?
Thomas.
no, Thomas was Roger Craig Smith.
No, that was the GOAT. All right, he played Def's son.
Like Def's son, yeah. Tommy.
Oh wait, yeah, never mind. Wait, he also played. If you saw Crossover Nexus, he played a villain named Strike.
Yeah. And I just got surprised by this yesterday because even though I didn't see the movie yet, but he was in the Rocky.
What?
What?
He was in Rocky.
Oh, the original Rocky.
Yeah, the original Rocky was.
I actually seen a Crossover Nexus. It was pretty interesting.
Yeah. Okay, with the Fright Night, yeah, being voiced by Michael Thorne, yes. Basically it's Halloween and apparently, like, yes, I believe it was both Dash and Danny that they got in trouble. So now they have to decorate like the whole like classroom because they're competing like with other teachers here and there. And then we get a visit from the Fright Night. And for some reason, yeah, I remember there was a book, all about him. And, this ruling Halloween and all that. But I did really like the villain Fright Night. Like, what are you guys' opinions?
It's alright.
Yeah, he's really good.
Yeah. I wish he would have been in like more episodes though.
Yeah, he only appeared in like 3.
Yeah, he appeared in 3.
Yeah.
But overall, like, this was a good Halloween episode for Danny Phantom, especially like the ending of it.
No, it wasn't.
Yeah, one really good ending because Danny didn't. Yeah.
Yeah, because him
yeah.
and Dash did a bet, and then he was like forced to eat Dash's undies.
Ew.
Yep.
I mean, at least he took it as a man. I mean, I bet you Dash wouldn't even do that.
Mm.
All right, next one. The worst episode I've heard a lot, even though I've never seen it. Reality Trip.
Wait, wait.
The worst episode.
Wait.
Oh, you're gonna tick off a lot of people.
How they
Wait. Yeah, how is this the worst episode?
Well, some people say they hate it for some reason. I guess maybe because of Danny's identity exposed. I don't know.
Wow, you don't even know, and you didn't even see it for yourself. How can you live with yourself? Oh wait, that's right.
Everybody.
See something in the mirror.
Well, that's because my DVD, my final disc of season 3 and other discs are kind of scratched up, and so yeah. I mean,
Nice going. You're part cat now.
I mean, I watch them. I watch on a like a watch cartoons website, but also like, sorry about your like discs getting scratched. And
yeah, I actually got it from a thrift store, so yeah.
Okay, and
so I'm actually gonna get it from Amazon. So
okay, and
yeah.
Before we move on to this, I just want to point out something. That the Reality Gauntlet, it was like before I got introduced to the Infinity Gauntlet.
Makes sense.
That's how many people were.
Yeah. I mean, I did get introduced to Infinity Gauntlet first, like because of Superhero Squad.
Me too.
Okay.
Yeah. But the Reality Trip, I mean, not one of my few favorite like specials. I mean, but it was still good. In the the freak show, yeah. But it was really shocking when he turned into his ghost form because he had his stones to help him out.
Yeah,
I did like it actually.
Yeah, I did. But it kind of get complicated because of Danny, getting exposed here and there.
Yeah, and when Danny got exposed, I think White Red and Phantom, his friends actually helped him hide. So,
well, not hide here and there, but surprisingly, I'm really surprised that the bullies helped him out.
Yeah. I'm gonna talk about a couple more episodes. I'm gonna end the stream, and let's see what's gonna.
Phoebe.
L. Keyword STUEWSY.
I'm trying to find out what was the first episode of Danny Phantom, the female Danny.
Or just say Danielle.
Yeah, Danielle.
Yeah, Danielle.
Kindred Spirits.
Thank you. That's what I thought. I'll just double check it.
Oh, really? I thought it was Joe.
Don't you start.
Yeah.
Your mother.
So yes, Kindred Spirits is the appearance of Danielle Phantom, the female clone of Danny. Yes, a clone created by Vlad Plasmius in order to take him down and such. But she is very unstabilized and such that she will fall apart and such. So she needs Danny to use his full DNA or something like that to help her be fully complete until Danny tells her what Vlad's true meaning is, and they have an intense battle against him and such. And Danny and Danielle became friends. What you
Yeah.
think about Danielle?
I liked
Cute.
her.
She's a good character.
She was really fun.
And
I-
she's voiced by two voice actresses, Anna Sophia Robb and who was the other one?
Chris Swan, and it's also Anna Sophia Robb.
Oh, I'm sorry. And who's the other voice actress?
Chris Swan.
Never heard of her.
Why am I not surprised?
Let's see. What's another one to talk about?
Hey, what you talk about, Shano?
What you talking about, Willis?
What you talk about, Willis?
Look what he put down.
What?
Look what he put down.
Bowser Jr. of the series?
Oh yeah, totally.
And explain why you think that.
What do they mean by that?
I don't know.
Probably comparing like a character from here. I'm guessing Danielle for some weird reason.
Weird. And last episode to talk about is where he lost his memory.
Wow, you call that
like
a
a profile pic from Shane O. Oh, anyone remember that episode?
Which one did you just mention?
I meant like from Shane O's profile picture. I meant like, do you guys remember that episode?
That's
Yeah.
crisis.
Yeah.
Over 3 times.
Yeah, he literally like split himself in half.
Yeah, I know.
Oh,
So yeah,
full-time superhero. I like that voice he just did.
memory blank. And the reason he lost his memory because of Desiree, yes, she reappeared, and also there are female versions of classic horror movie villains like Terminator, based on Terminator, Nightmarica, based on Freddy Krueger, and what was the other one?
It was a predator.
Yeah,
Femalian, that's right. Femalian, based on Predator and Alien. Well, mainly Predator, but that's besides the point.
Yeah.
Anyway, Desiree took away Danny's memory. She brought alive the horror monsters, and Danny can't do nothing because he can't remember who he is and such. So Sam and his friends are trying to get his memory back, and they finally know how by putting him back to the ghost portal and or such. And then later on, he gets his memory back, and he earned his signature logo, which is P instead of a D, stands for DP, Danny Phantom, which is really cool and such.
Yeah, it was real. Yeah, and it was. I think it was like really sweet that Sam made that for him.
Yeah.
Oh, by the way, I guess it would have been funny like if like in another universe where there's a Danny Phantom flying around with his dad's face on his chest.
Oh dear Lord, that would suck.
Oh, just like what the hell?
It's like,
Yeah.
he's a daddy's boy.
That's
Yeah,
my
definitely like having that on his chest, like, hey, look, he's a daddy's boy. Yeah, he wouldn't be famous if he had something like that. So
Yeah, it would make him look like a little foolish.
it would definitely would. So yeah, I think this was a pretty good stream to talk about Danny Phantom and such. So what do you all think?
It was really good, and I am happy that I arrived just in time for this. Like,
Yeah.
Oh, by the way, if you guys want to see like some other or more Danny Phantomness in your life, then I'm just gonna like put this out there. You guys can like someday see 5 years later from the ink tank. It's amazing, and this is what 5YL Danny looks like. I'm not gonna like spoil it for you guys.
I'm pretty sure some of these guys are already aware of it.
No, I meant like they haven't read the story, but they have like heard of it.
Well, I've seen pictures here and there and such. So
I can't wait for like more of the recalibrated and like the next chapter.
yeah, but yeah. This was a good stream. I'll put up a poll, see what you want to see next. So you guys have a really good day and enjoy your week. Have a good day. God bless.
These nuts are good for your mouth.
Oy vey, Blitz.